So, you can't stop overthinking. Fear not. I'm here to help you with this no fluff, no nonsense overthinking cure that is going to make you the Sherlock freaking Holmes of your own mind. Calm, sharp, and 2 steps ahead of the spiral. Now, to find the world's actual cure for overthinking, I spent the last 30 days buried deep in psychology papers, devoured 4 bestsellers, watched hundreds of hours of research breakdowns, and, embarrassingly, took 58 pages of notes. All so you don't have to. This thing works under 5 minutes. Let's go. 1. Name the monster. All right, before we get into any of the tricks or techniques, there is one thing most people skip entirely, and skipping it is exactly why most overthinking advice doesn't work. Here it is. You need to name what's actually happening in your head. See, most overthinkers think they have a thinking problem. They don't. They have a labeling problem. Psychologists call it analysis paralysis, a state where excessive thinking completely shuts down your ability to make a decision. And the sneaky part, the whole time it's happening, it feels like problem solving. It feels like you're being careful, being thorough, being smart. But you're not solving anything. You're just spinning. So the very first move before everything else is to catch yourself in the act and say out loud, I am overthinking right now. This is not productive thinking. Sounds dumb, but works like a charm. Adrian Wells, the clinical psychologist at the University of Manchester, who literally founded metacognitive therapy, discovered that overthinking is a learned strategy, one we choose, consciously or not, which means it can be unlearned, but only if you first notice you're doing it. Name it every single time. 2. The 5-4-3-2-1 trick. Okay, so you've named it. Good. But now your brain is doing that thing. You know, the thing. Spinning on the same thought, like a broken record. What if this goes wrong? What if I mess it up? What if? Now, meet Mel Robbins. She was a burnt-out attorney, drowning in debt, a failing marriage, panic attacks, and she couldn't even get out of bed in the morning. One night, she sees a rocket launch on TV. The countdown, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And she thinks, what if I do that? Next morning, instead of lying there spiraling about her day, she counts down, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and she physically gets up, just like that. And that is the entire rule. When you feel the spiral starting, you count backward, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you physically move. Not think about moving, but just move. Here's why it works. The moment you hesitate, your brain starts scanning for risk. That's when doubt shows up, fear shows up, excuses show up. The countdown cuts that process short. 5 seconds is your window. After that, your brain slams the emergency brake and you're stuck again. So, next time you feel the spiral starting, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stand up, walk to the window, splash water on your face, do something physical. Break the loop in your body before it locks up your mind. 3. Schedule your worry. All right, this next one, stick with me because it sounds absolutely unhinged, but it is backed by real research and it works embarrassingly well. Here's the idea. Instead of trying to stop your overthinking brain completely, which, let's be honest, never works, you give it a meeting slot. Yep, you consciously postpone the overthinking until later. Give yourselves 10 minutes to ruminate on a problem, say at 7 p.m. every evening, and then move on. That's it. So when the spiral starts at 2 p.m. while you're trying to work, you don't fight it. You just say, not now, we've got a 7 o'clock for this. And you write it down so your brain believes you. And here's the bonus. There's a solid chance that by the time 7 p.m. rolls around, you'll be so caught up in your evening that you forget to return to your worries at all. Your brain is like that one friend who urgently needs to talk, but the second you make time for them, suddenly they're fine. Give the anxiety a meeting. Watch it cancel.
4. The 2-minute reframe. Now, here's where it gets interesting. You've named the spiral. You've body checked it with the countdown. You've scheduled the worry. But some thoughts don't leave that easily, right? The real ones. The ones at 2 in the morning. This is where you need to steal a move from the Stoics, specifically Marcus Aurelius, Emperor of Rome, arguably the most powerful man alive in 180 AD. And this man, with all that power, all that pressure, journaled every single night about his fears, not to wallow in them, to interrogate them. And his move was beautifully simple. Ask yourself, will this matter in 5 years? If yes, make a plan, right now. One action, just one. If no, and most of the time it's no, you have permission to let it go. Research shows that when people shift their thoughts away from fears and worst-case scenarios toward even neutral outcomes, they report significantly less anxiety. You're not pretending things are perfect. You're just refusing to treat a small fire like the apocalypse. Marcus Aurelius ruled an empire with that trick. You can probably handle your inbox. 5. Protect your decision energy. Last one. And this one is sneaky because almost nobody talks about it. Here's the truth about overthinking. Half the time, it's not even about the big stuff. It's death by 1,000 tiny decisions. What to eat, what to wear, what to reply, when to reply. Your mental energy for decisions is finite. Every single choice you make throughout the day depletes it, making later decisions feel harder and harder and harder. Now, Barack Obama wore the same style of suit every single day. Steve Jobs did the same with his black turtleneck. Not because they had no taste, because they understood something most people never figure out. Every unimportant decision you make is energy stolen from an important one. So here's the move. Pick 5 things in your daily life that you currently think about and just automate them. Same breakfast, same workout time, same morning routine. Boring? Sure. But you're not saving your brain power for breakfast. You're saving it for the stuff that actually counts. Psychologist Barry Schwartz proved it. Having too many options doesn't equal more freedom. It equals more stress. Fewer decisions in the morning means a sharper, calmer brain by noon. So here's everything. Name the spiral so your brain stops mistaking it for productivity. Use the 5-4-3-2-1 rule to break it in your body before it locks your mind. Schedule your worry so it stops hijacking your whole day. Ask if it'll matter in 5 years and take one single action if it will. And protect your decision energy, like Obama protected his wardrobe. Do those 5 things consistently, and you'll be the Marcus Aurelius of your own head, calm under pressure, clear when it counts, and done with the spiral for good. That's it. That's the whole cure. You're not normal anymore.